Today we are installing a fanless embedded industrial computer, and then we're going to use these 3 screwdrivers, socket screwdriver, hexagon screwdriver, and the Phillips screwdriver, before the official installation. Don't forget to wear an anti-static suit. Wear an anti-static wrist strap. Okay, we're officially starting the installation. Let's remove the bottom panel of the chassis. Remove 6 screws at the bottom. Then open the bottom panel. Disconnect the SATA cable. The bottom panel is removed. Next, we remove the chassis. First, unscrew the screws on the rear panel, then remove the rear panel. Set it aside. Unscrew the hexagon socket screw on the top. There is also one on the front panel. Remove the chassis. Separate the motherboard and heat sink. Remove the screws from the motherboard. There are 2 screws on the side. Then just remove the motherboard vertically from the fins. Install the CPU in this location. Take out the CPU. We're using an i9-12900. Remove the CPU cover. There are 2 grooves on the CPU. Aim at the 2 protrusions on the base. Gently put it up. Put the CPU clip on it. Flip the motherboard over. Hold the CPU in place. Secure the CPU cover on the motherboard with screws. The CPU is now correctly installed. Next, reinstall it on the heat sink. There is a protective film on the thermal paste on the heat sink. Use tweezers to remove it. Reinstall the motherboard from where it was just removed. Secure the CPU in place with screws. Finally, screw in the 4 screws of the motherboard. Secure the side screws back in place. Let's now install DDR4 laptop memory. There is a notch here. One side is longer, one side is shorter. Insert the middle clip diagonally toward the motherboard. Press down. That's it. Install M.2 SSD by aligning and inserting diagonally into the slot. Secure it on the motherboard with screws. M.2 SSD is now installed. Next, install SATA SSD. Install it on the mini PCIe slot. There is a notch here. Align with the protrusion on the slot. Insert it diagonally. Secure it with screws. Put the chassis back on. Screw to fix. Turn the machine over. Screw the top screws. Put the rear panel back on. Screw in the screws. Then connect the SATA cable. Cover the bottom plate. Screw in the screws. Our machine is now assembled. Next, install the SSD for everyone. First, take out our solid-state drive. Open the lock. Insert the SSD. Just close the lock. Lock it with a key. Locking prevents unauthorized access.